Hello and welcome back to this week's episode of Comp Talk. I'm your host Todd Thams, and today we're going to talk about ghost workers' compensation insurance policies. So, a ghost workers' compensation insurance policy has nothing to do with Halloween and has nothing to do with ghosts. A ghost workers' compensation policy, it's actually a policy or a type of work comp policy where an owner is excluded from coverage and they have no employees. So when we think about ghost workers' compensation policies and we think about who they're for, we're thinking contractors, sole proprietors, partnerships, the one man or two man or two woman or one woman operation um, that does not have any type of employees whatsoever. Electricians, plumbers, HVAC, excavation, any type of trade really that where they could be a subcontractor for somebody else. Why would why would anybody want to buy a ghost work comp policy? Let me tell you, there are many times where a general contractor will sub out work, and in order to get the job for that general, these trades contractors need to meet certain types of insurance requirements. As an agent all the time, we are tasked with sending insurance certificates off to various generals all the time for all sorts of projects. Where businesses get into trouble is when they don't have workers' compensation insurance. So the general contractor says you need to have a certain limit for liability, a certain limit for auto, you need to have an umbrella, and you also need to have workers' compensation. And so these sole proprietors who want to bid on that job, they don't have workers' compensation. They call up their agent and say, "Hey, I'm looking at bidding a job. Um, I need workers' compensation coverage." And for most of those people, or for most of those tradespeople, here's how that conversation is going to go. Uh, they have to buy workers' compensation insurance and they don't have any employees. And the standard insurance market out there, the policy is payroll driven. And without any employees, there's no payroll. Therefore, there's no premium on the policy. The insurance companies will consider it high risk to provide coverage to the owner of the company without any employees. There is unlimited medical coverage with little or no premium, and they just end up passing on it. So that's where these ghost work comp policies come in. They allow this business owner to purchase coverage, and really they're not even purchasing coverage, they're purchasing a policy that excludes coverage on them. They don't have any employees, but it allows them to get the name of a carrier, a policy number, and effective date to comply with the contractual requirements of whatever the general contractor has put forth as the insurance requirements necessary in order to get that job. That's really all a ghost work comp policy is intended to do. It's meant to satisfy the insurance requirements of a contractor subcontractor relationship. Um, Reasons why businesses require workers' compensation: they don't want the subcontractor to use the contractor's workers' compensation policy. That's what happens without workers' compensation. So the stop there, or the way that that doesn't happen, is the sole proprietor purchases coverage, excludes it on themselves, complies with the requirements of the subcontractor slash contractor relationship. Um, you can find you can find these policies all over the internet. All you got to do is search for them. We see them a lot of times. Think of maybe contractors that do work for uh, home improvement stores. You could be any type of electrician, plumber, tradesperson whatsoever. All of those, we're sending certificates out all the time on that. And without that coverage in place, the general contractor is going to end up picking up the premium for providing that coverage for the subcontractor. So that's it. Ghost work comp policy in a nutshell. Meant for the very small operation, no employees, provides no coverage to either the owner or owners or any employees. Hope this information was helpful for you. Thanks for tuning in on the comp effect. We're going to put some information about this under the resources tab, especially when it comes to audits on subcontractors, to make sure you're not getting overcharged when it comes to what what the general contractor paid the subcontractor and how that's picked up at audit. So thanks for tuning in today. Subscribe to the channel for more information, and we'll talk to you again next week. Thanks.